In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NHL games happening on November 1st, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NHL games after fully watching this video. One thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Ottawa Senators versus New York Rangers. In an exciting matchup within the Eastern Conference of the NHL, the Ottawa Senators, currently ranked 4th in the Atlantic Division with a record of 5 wins and 4 losses, are preparing to take on the New York Rangers, who sit in 2nd place in the Metropolitan Division with a record of 6 wins, 2 losses, and 1 overtime loss. This thrilling encounter is set to unfold at Madison Square Garden on November 1st. Fresh off a commanding 8-1 victory at home against the St. Louis Blues, the Senators are eager to begin a winning streak. On the other hand, the Rangers are looking to bounce back after experiencing a disappointing 5-3 loss on the road against the Washington Capitals. At this point in the season, the New York Rangers are clearly positioned as the superior team. The Ottawa Senators have faced challenges when playing away from home, currently holding a road record of just 1 win and 3 losses. The disparity in defensive performance between the two teams has been stark recently, with Ottawa allowing an average of 4 goals over their last 3 games, whereas New York has been more resilient, giving up only 2.8 goals across their previous 4 matchups. A significant factor contributing to this difference is the team's penalty-killing abilities. The Senators have struggled in this area, allowing 6 power play goals against them so far this season, while the Rangers have demonstrated superior performance by surrendering only 3 power play goals up to this point. The Rangers enter this matchup with a commendable record to kick off the season, but it's worth noting that they have lost 2 of their last 3 games and managed to score only 6 goals during that stretch. In terms of home performance, the Rangers have a record of 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 overtime loss on home ice, while the Senators have been less effective away from home, with a road record of 1 win and 3 losses. Despite the Senators scoring at least 4 goals in 5 consecutive games, they have encountered issues with their defensive play and penalty-killing capabilities. While I can understand the appeal of supporting the Senators, who have been prolific in their goal scoring recently, it's important to recognize that much of their success this season has come while playing at home. The Senators have faced difficulties in translating their offensive prowess to road games, and I do not anticipate a significant change in this trend when they face a Rangers team that not only has offensive firepower, but also boasts more reliable goaltending in my view. The distinct styles of play exhibited by both teams indicate a clear preference for the better defensive unit, so the New York Rangers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both teams have excelled in their power play performances throughout the season. The Senators currently rank 2nd in the NHL with an impressive 42.9% power play success rate, while the Rangers are not far behind, sitting in 6th place with a solid 25.9% success rate. Offensively, both teams have been on a scoring surge lately, with Ottawa averaging 5 goals over their last 5 games, while New York has managed to score an average of 3.3 goals in their last 4 games. Given these offensive trends, I am inclined to predict that the total score will exceed the projected total for this game, making over the projected total our full game total pick. Winnipeg Jets versus Columbus Blue Jackets. The Winnipeg Jets, boasting an impressive 9-1-0 record, have firmly established themselves as the NHL's top-performing team over the first 10 games of the season. With a roster showcasing remarkable depth and consistency, they have yet to reveal any significant weaknesses. As the season progresses, their stellar start has elevated them to legitimate Stanley Cup contenders, capturing the attention of fans and analysts alike. On Friday, the Jets will take on the Columbus Blue Jackets, a team with a solid 5-3-1 record and one of the standout stories of the NHL season so far. Featuring a young, dynamic lineup, the Blue Jackets have surprised many with their early success. Their unpredictable and energized style of play has brought excitement to the season, making it difficult to predict how long their current streak of strong performances will last. Currently, the Jets have been on a tear, winning 5 consecutive games on the road. Meanwhile, the Blue Jackets have proven themselves formidable at home, securing 4 victories in 6 home games. Offensively, Winnipeg holds a clear edge, having generated 15 goals over their last 3 road games alone. Their success has extended to special teams as well, with the Jets leading the league in power play conversion rates. Although Columbus has displayed a solid defensive effort, they are still allowing an average of 3 goals per game, which could prove challenging when facing Winnipeg's high-powered offense. In contrast, Columbus may face difficulties in matching Winnipeg's offensive output. While they have managed to net 11 goals in their last 3 games, their power play effectiveness remains a weak spot, with only a 16% success rate. On the other hand, the Jets' penalty kill has been strong, successfully shutting down 85% of opposing power plays in their recent outings. Defensively, the Jets have allowed just 8 goals in their last 3 road games, making it likely they'll be able to contain Columbus' offensive threats. Though the Columbus Blue Jackets have shown early season promise, the Jets' impressive 5-0 record on the road this year solidifies their reputation as the league's top team in these initial weeks. Winnipeg's balanced and talented lineup has left little room for doubt regarding their strength. In their last 10 head-to-head matchups, the Jets have a respectable 6-4 record against the Blue Jackets, including 2 convincing wins last season in which they outscored Columbus 11-1. While Friday's game might be closer than preseason expectations would have suggested, the Jets still appear to be the more likely victors, making the Winnipeg Jets money line our full game side pick. Offense is a key asset for both teams, and while their goaltending has been impressive so far this season, recent head-to-head stats point toward a higher-scoring game. Over the last 10 meetings, the teams have gone over the projected goal total in 6 of those games, with Winnipeg alone tallying 11 goals across 2 matchups last season. This sets up Friday's game to be an exciting, goal-filled showdown. Looking at broader trends, the over has come in at 6-3-1 for Winnipeg's last 10 games, with the team averaging nearly 5 goals per game on the road this season. Similarly, Columbus has seen the over hit in 7 of their last 10 games, averaging over 4 goals per game in their 9 contests so far. This scoring trend suggests a lively, entertaining matchup, with both teams likely contributing to a high goal total. While both teams have enjoyed reliable goaltending that has helped them exceed early season expectations, their offensive firepower could turn this game into a shootout. Given the firepower on both sides and their scoring trends, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Tampa Bay Lightning versus Minnesota Wild. The Tampa Bay Lightning, currently sporting a record of 7 wins, 3 losses, and no overtime losses for a total of 14 points, are set to travel to Minneapolis this Friday night to take on the Minnesota Wild, who have a record of 6 wins, 1 loss, and 2 overtime losses, also totaling 14 points. This matchup features both teams tied for second place in their respective divisions, with Tampa Bay in the Atlantic and Minnesota in the Central. The Lightning are coming off a solid performance where they secured a 5-2 victory against the Colorado Avalanche on Wednesday night, marking their 3rd straight win and their 4th victory in the last 5 games. Currently, Tampa Bay is just 1 point behind the division-leading Florida Panthers. On the other side, Minnesota achieved a noteworthy 5-3 win against the Pittsburgh Penguins on Tuesday, continuing their impressive form with 5 victories in their last 6 outings. However, they find themselves trailing the Winnipeg Jets, who lead the Central Division by 4 points. Both the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Minnesota Wild are demonstrating exceptional performance in the early stages of the NHL regular season. Nevertheless, the Wild may hold a slight edge due to their advantage of playing on home ice. The Wild's goaltender, Filip Gustavsson, has been a standout player, boasting an impressive record of 4 wins, 1 loss, and 1 overtime loss, with a goals against average of 2.17 and a save percentage of .922. He has successfully stopped 154 out of 167 shots that he has faced in goal. Historically, Minnesota has had the upper hand at home against the Lightning, winning 10 of the last 11 matchups between the two teams. In fact, overall, the Wild have secured victories in 8 of the last 12 encounters with Tampa Bay. On offense, the Wild rank 7th in the league for goals scored, averaging 3.8 per game, and they also have the 7th best power play unit. In contrast, the Lightning have a goals against average of 2.9 and are ranked 27th in the league for penalty kills, while their power play unit is ranked 23rd. In recent recent weeks, the Tampa Bay Lightning have been playing excellent hockey, with many of their successes coming on the road. However, the Minnesota Wild have also proven to be a formidable opponent, having garnered points in 8 of their 9 games thus far. This matchup is particularly significant for the Wild as they enjoy the rarity of a home game. Historically, the home team has emerged victorious in 6 of the last 8 contests. Between the Wild and the Lightning, the Xcel Energy Center has often been a challenging venue for Tampa Bay, which adds to the intrigue of this matchup. Given the current performance of both teams, we find ourselves in a competitive pick'em scenario. Thus, the Minnesota Wild money line is our full game side pick. When examining the total goals in recent games, it is noteworthy that the total has exceeded the set line in each of Minnesota's last 2 contests, and in 3 of their last 4 games, with the 4th game resulting in a push. Meanwhile, for the Lightning, the total has also gone over in 5 of their last 8 games, with 1 game resulting in a push and 2 games going under the total. Both teams are averaging 3.8 goals per game, making this matchup particularly compelling. As such, over the projected total is our full game total pick. New Jersey Devils versus Calgary Flames. On Friday evening, the New Jersey Devils, currently boasting a record of 7 wins, 4 losses, and 2 overtime losses, find themselves in a favorable position at the top of the Metropolitan Division as they make their way to Calgary, Alberta. There, they will face off against the Flames, who hold a record of 5 wins, 4 losses, and 1 overtime loss, placing them 3rd in the Pacific Division. This matchup will take place at the Scotiabank Saddledome and is part of a non-conference battle. The Devils are aiming to secure their 3rd consecutive victory during this trip to Calgary, while the Flames are eager to break a troubling streak of 4 straight losses, the most recent of which came in Utah against the Hockey Club on Wednesday. Notably, the Flames managed to defeat the Devils in their last encounter, winning 5-3 in New Jersey during the previous season. The Devils have had considerable success against the Flames in recent matchups, having won 3 out of the last 4 games between the 2 teams. This includes a solid 4-2 victory during their last visit to the Saddledome, demonstrating their ability to perform well on the road. In fact, New Jersey has emerged victorious in both of their previous road games against Calgary. Last season, the Devils showed resilience away from home, winning over 50% of their games in that environment, and they appear to be off to a promising start this year as well. In contrast, the Flames struggled to capitalize on home ice advantage last season, with nearly half of their games resulting in losses in front of their fans. Lately, Calgary's offense has faced significant challenges, managing to score 2 goals or fewer in 3 out of their last 4 games, one of which occurred at the Saddledome. This lack of offensive firepower could hinder their ability to make a comeback if they fall behind early against the Devils. On the other hand, New Jersey's offense has been potent, scoring 6 goals in their last 2 games, including a resounding 6-0 victory against the Vancouver Canucks on Wednesday. In recent history, the Calgary Flames have managed to secure 7 wins in their last 10 matchups against the Devils, yet it's important to note that these are not the same Devils teams from past seasons. Entering this season, the Devils were considered one of the top 5 contenders for the championship, and their early performance certainly reflects that potential. Conversely, the Flames have been on a downward spiral, experiencing a free fall over their last 4 games, with their defense being overwhelmed in the process. The New Jersey Devils are undeniably one of the most formidable offensive teams in the league, and it is quite surprising that they achieved a shutout victory against the Canucks. Their confidence must be soaring as they head into this game. As previously mentioned, the Flames' defense has struggled significantly, allowing 5 goals in each of their last 3 games. The schedule has been particularly demanding, featuring losses against strong teams like Carolina, Winnipeg, Vegas, and Utah. Now, as they prepare to host the Devils, the Flames are in dire need of improvement from their goaltending duo to help turn their fortunes around. Thus far, the Devils have recorded 4 wins on the road this season, and this matchup seems to present another opportunity for them to capitalize on their momentum. So the New Jersey Devils money line is our full game side pick. In goal for the Flames, both Dan Vladar and Dustin Wolf have faced challenges during the team's losing streak. The goaltender selected to start on Friday night will have the difficult task of helping the team regain its footing. Meanwhile, the Devils have been on a scoring tier, netting 6 goals in each of their last 2 games. In stark contrast, the Flames have managed to score just 1 goal in their previous 2 outings. However, it is reasonable to anticipate that they will find their rhythm soon. although it is likely that the Devils will allow at least a couple of goals after their impressive performance against the Canucks. The Flames are well acquainted with Jacob Markstrom, who spent 4 seasons with Calgary before joining the Devils this past summer. This familiarity could play a role in how the Flames approach the game. Historically, 2 out of the last 3 matchups in Calgary between these teams have resulted in high-scoring affairs, with the most recent encounter in February seeing 8 goals total. The Devils have gone over the goal total in 5 of their last 6 games, underscoring their offensive capabilities, particularly after scoring 6 goals on the road against Vancouver. Additionally, both teams have been plagued by struggles in goal, with each side allowing 4 or more goals to their opponents in 4 consecutive games. Statistically, both teams rank in the bottom half of the league in several defensive categories, including goals against average, suggesting that they will both have plenty of opportunities to find the back of the net throughout the game. Last season, the goaltenders for both the Senators and the Devils tied for 27th in the NHL for average goals allowed per game, standing at 3.43. The Senators, on the other hand, currently rank in the top 10 for average goals scored per game, indicating that their skaters have been able to contribute significantly to the scoreboard. Consequently, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.